Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Conversation with Luciana. As always, I hope you are taking care of your mental and physical health. This is a YouTube exclusive. Like, comment, share. I'm also wherever you get your podcasts. I'm in the building. Take me on the go. I'm always mobile. I'm not always mobile, but 8 out of 10, I'm mobile in my mobile studio doing a podcast because I want to be out there. I want to talk to people as things are happening. I want to be able to, in real time discuss that. Anybody can record from a studio. I'm not knocking it. Some very successful people are in the studio recording. But to me, if I'm driving or if I'm out eating or if I see something, I want to be able to talk about it, in real time. That's all I'm doing. I'm just sharing my opinion. I'm having the conversation. So I want to tell you guys something. I want to start this off by saying that I do not condone work violence of any sort. If you have a confrontation with somebody at work and you try to keep it professional, that coworker that's lazy as all get out, that's always act like they busy doing nothing. If you ask them something, they don't know nothing. Anytime there's a free lunch, they the first in line, and then they got the nerve, the audacity. I heard that on TikTok. That little kid that said the audacity. That's so cute to me. To speak on other people's work ethic when they have none. So, what was interesting is that, you have those people that, throw rocks and then hide their hand. They want to play the victim. So, always dealing with different people. And for some reason, not everybody care for your girl. And that's okay. I try to stay in my lane, drive my car. I don't try to go into anybody else's lane and try to tell them how to drive. I just don't do that. But if I see something that's crazy that is affecting me, I might speak up and say something. Now, that being said, you got to watch your tone. So I'm learning that. I don't hide my feelings of discord with people. And sometimes it's easier to walk away than to stay there and go at it. But what was interesting, the reason why I brought this up, because you got to learn how to control that. Everybody doesn't deserve that side of you. They may, at one point in time, you want to give it to them, and they may have crossed that line, and you just be like, don't do it. Don't do it. Your silence speaks volumes. It truly, truly does. We deal with Keishas and Karens, Kens and Kenneths. We deal with them all. People that just, rub you the wrong way. You gotta keep it together. You gotta keep it professional. 100. You gotta do it. Now, once you step outside those doors, you still want to keep it professional. Keep it 100. You don't let people see that they affect you because that's what they want to do. But I don't think that you should allow people to be able to say things and do things without getting, something. So basically, I'm sharing this because there was an incident where I knew this person was trying to push my buttons. And they wanted me to go there, and I wasn't going to give them that. And I said to them, they got up and they walked behind me. Yeah, real, they did. And they were like, you don't know me like that. You don't know me like that. And I turned to them, and I got in their face, and I said, what do you want to do? They got quiet. Eyes got saucer big. What do you want to do? You ain't about that life. You're not about that life, because you're not. You're not. Nothing in your DNA say you really want to box with me. You don't want to do it. Because I'm going all 10 rounds, or I'm going 1. I'm going for the knockout. But again, I'm not going to give you that energy. I'm not going to give you what you want. And so, they decided they want to start yelling. They always want to get loud. They want you to react. Just keep walking away. So, went through the next necessary, for some reason, my goodness, that was terrible. I just lost my breath. But for a second, I'm back. That kind of scared me. But what ended up happening is, you go through the proper procedures. As you gotta disclose what happened. They have to interview, and I knew they weren't going to do nothing because, these three stooges, but there's only two. They could split Larry in half, and then you have your third one. They want to play the victim. So basically, this is where I'm getting to the point. So fast forward, I moved on. I'm done because you're not about that life. You can tell people who be selling wolf tickets. You know them. You can always tell. And so a couple of days ago, someone had came up and told me, well, let me just tell you what happened. I'm like, okay, tell me what happened. And they said, you're very intimidating. I said, what? They feel, around me. They don't know what's going to set me. Now, see, that ticks me off because women of color always get a bad rap. We always do. I don't know what it is. If we say something and because we mean what we say and we say it with so much conviction and authority, people think we're intimidating. Well, some of us, we have to be. Because if we don't, you're going to think we're easy and we think we're a pushover, and we're not. We know how to conduct ourselves professionally and in public. We do know how to do that. Now, just because the majority does it and they, come out of face and they want to scream, fight, spit, kick, that's not all of us. We know how to act ourselves like Whitney Houston said to Wendy Williams. Who are you talking to? You better be lucky that I'm a lady. I'll meet you at the side of the building and we can go at it. She got real scared. There was the interview. Listen to that. Wendy Williams got real scared because Wendy was like, no, I'll go there with you. I'm from Jersey, baby. I'm from Jersey. We know how to handle that business. But anyway, I'm getting off track. So we're not. And so when she said I'm intimidated, I'm like, but was I intimidated when you yelled out and started to walk up on me? Was that the reason? Or you want to play, oh my God, I'm terrified. She's so aggressive. You know what? Because you used to playing with fire, you about to get smoked, burned. I am aggressive. I am very, I am aggressive with certain things. I wasn't going to waste my energy on you. I wasn't going to do that because I know how to get you. I know how to get you. I'm not intimidated. I'm not easily punked, and I'm not intimidating. I just say what I mean and mean what I say. Just because you are not worth salt and soda does not mean that I am not. If you confront someone and you claim to be this big Billy badass, remember there's somebody is the, senior Billy badass or Bertha badass. I don't know how you ever want to put it. But, you need to remember, if you're not about that life, don't try to come out like you're about that life because somebody going to pull your card. And I will do that. I don't walk around looking for situations to get myself involved with. I try to avoid it at all costs. But if you take me there, I'm gonna stay there as long as you want me to stay. And I'm going to keep you longer than you intended on staying. And my ultimate goal as you walk away wounded, limping, your feelings hurt, you will never come to a fight with a box cutter and I have a machete, because I'm not advocating violence before people say, oh, she's doing. No, I'm not doing that. It's an analogy. That's what I'm saying. You come in there with that little box cutter, that little razor blade, and try to cut somebody up, and they got a machete, and they gonna slice and dice you. That's what I'm saying. Words. Nothing physical. Nothing physical. I just want to say that. And I'm not advocating work violence, because you do not settle things drawing blood. You do not settle things hands to fist. You can get your point across verbally. You can just avoid someone. So anyway, basically, she just, she avoids me now, which is fine. Because again, certain people want they want people to get the idea or paint the picture like, oh my God, I can't be in the room with you. Don't do that. I don't care nothing about you. And I said that to anybody that the management, HR. I don't care nothing about that girl. She got her own problems. She got some serious psychological issues she need to deal with. I'm not a threat to her. She's not a threat to me. Not at all. But if she ever decides to walk up on me in any capacity, I have the right to defend myself. You know, people there, my dad always said there's certain zones. You know, you have that, you know, yellow, you have that green zone, yellow zone, orange zone, black zone, and you have that red zone. And that red zone, everybody wants to sit there and penetrate. But you know what? You're not ready for that. Because when you step into that zone, your cookies, your ass is mine. Whatever happens, happens, because I gave you several warnings. So don't allow people to put you in that box and make you seem like you're this unreasonable, angry, bitter person. Women of color always get that. We always get that label that we just don't know how to control our tempers. No, we don't just take no mess. We can't do it. There's too much at stake. There's too much at stake for us to sit there and allow you to walk over us, walk past us, or pretend that we're not there. That's not going to work. Now, some of us have to learn a little bit of decorum and not, you know, scream and yell and be loud, because you lose your message when you're doing that. People are not hearing you. And then you have to realize when people are playing the victim. And I keep saying victim, and not to diminish that, because there are people that are victim of, you know, certain crimes that are just horrendous. But you know, the type that, oh, you know, I'm the wounded, look at me, I'm so scared. No. You should be. Because one thing, if you're not who you claim to be, a person like myself and others can see right through that and will walk up to you and say, woman up, man up, what's up? And your reaction or your non-reaction tell the whole story. So to end this conversation about, you know, that person, you know, I ignore. I don't have time for that, because you want me to say something to you so you have a reason. I have no reason. I have no reason to talk to you. I have no reason to have any interaction with you. You can do whatever you want to do, whatever you want to say. As long as you don't get into my space, we're good. I don't care what you say about me. People's opinion of me do not matter. Their opinion of me doesn't matter, because I know who I am at the end of the day. We'll transition to the next conversation. You got to know who you are. Don't be this representative. Don't be fake. Don't be this person that always say, oh, I'm always in it. No, you're not. You're not always getting down with the get down. You're not always telling people off. You're not always right. You're not always. You know, you keep your nose clean, dot your I's and cross your T's. You do not live in a state of chaos. And if you do, you need to check that. That's not good. Lady, that's not good. You can't always show that aggressive, as that girl said, that aggressive side. You know, you have people say, well, back in the day, I was nothing to fool with. Well, you're not back in the day. You in this day. And who you are now matters to not who you were back then. Because if you're still the old man and you haven't changed and have not learned through life experience, I don't want to be bothered with that. You know, I don't like people who always tell those stories. Well, back in the day, I was nothing to mess with. Well, you know, back in the day, we all was like that. But we handle ourselves differently. And since, you know, unfortunately, my sisters on a lighter shade of brown have a tendency to get a bad rap, you know, because of the way we talk, the way we look. It's always come across as, like we're just mean or bitter or angry. And what's sad is that sometimes we get that from, our own, you know, our men. It's just because we tend to see the full picture, not what we want to see, and that's what I want to get to. You have to be that person that God created you to be. You can't be what man created you to be. You got to be what God created you, because He has the final story. He has the final stage, the story. He has your life. He created you for His purpose. And it doesn't matter that people say, oh, you're angry, you're bitter, you're nasty, you're rude. It doesn't matter. Those are just words. Words do matter. But in your case, they don't. They shouldn't take root and begin to branch out. And then you have all these branches going in different directions, and you don't know who you are. It's time to prune that. You can't do that. Sometimes you may want to go there, but you can't go there. You have to listen if you want to be heard. You can't always be in your face confrontation. That's just no place for that. Remember, you're a lady. You're a lady at the end of the day. You chew with your mouth closed. You cross your legs at the ankles. You wear a slip when it's necessary. You speak with wisdom and courage and confidence. Let them see that side of you, because people are watching you. They want you to slip, dip, and fall. No. I might stumble, but you're never going to catch me on the ground where you can step over me. That's not happening. But we have to watch out. All my sisters, not just my lighter shade of brown, my women of color, all of us. I don't care who you are. You're not going to attack any person because you feel that you can. I'm not for it. I'm not for it. Sometimes, like I said, the best thing you can do is walk away. You live to fight another day. That battle is not yours. That right there is not yours. I don't care what they say about you. That is not you. And if it's some truth to it, look in the mirror and try to correct it. But don't be defined by your circumstances. Don't be defined of your economic status. Do not allow yourself to feel like you can never be better than where you are right now. You can. You always will. I walk around not with arrogance, but with confidence. I don't just talk to be talking. Even when I go on my, how I get with my podcast, I can go. My mouth is lethal, but sometimes you gotta be soft. You gotta be soft spoken. That's it. You can't have all burners up all the time, all 6 burners. You gotta simmer some stuff. You're not, making it boil to the top so you can just explode. No. You have to be slow. You have to be slow to speak, slow to anger. You got to be able to analyze and understand and respond accordingly. I have people, got a few more minutes, because again, my YouTube conversations are going to be kind of long. They're not going to be your typical podcast, which are like 15, 25 minutes. They're going to be longer because I feel like when I cut it off, I have so much more to say, and there's always a part 2. But sometimes you can sit and listen, especially when someone has a calm voice, someone who is really speaking truth that you may or may not agree, but if you don't, you can pass it on to somebody that does. But you got to stop it. You got to stop and listen. I have people who, really try to push my buttons. and they can get me to go there quickly. I don't want them people in my life. You know, whatever is holding you back from being your best self, you need to let that go. Find out what it is, address the situation, and move on. You can't keep going back, digging up dirt or blowing sand in people's face. You know, you ever get some sand in your eye? That stuff hurts. And when you get it out, you do anything to avoid that, because you don't want to ever feel that agony or that pain again. I'm using salt because those are like problems. You can't measure salt. You can't say, okay, this is what I have. How many do I have in my hand? Or, it's a palm of sand, but it goes through your fingers and it's back into the ground where all the other sand is. That's what arguments, that's what discord is. You're going to have that. You're going to have a beach full of sand. You just walk through until you get to higher ground. You just don't want to go to quicksand. You don't want to do that. You don't want life to swallow you up and suffocate you. I don't care what they say about you. You are not your circumstance. You are not every typical angry woman of color, woman, period, angry, bitter, jealous, envious. You not that. And stop letting people put those labels on you. You don't have to put on a show for anybody. You are the star of your own movie. You are the main character in your own theater production of This Is My Life. And I don't give a damn what you say. You do have responsibility. You can't be reckless. No. But you do have to be mindful. You do have to own. A lot of people say, own your truth. Or know your truth. Know your worth. Know your value. You are important. You are not labeled as anger, bitter. You're not that. That was an event. You were that at that moment because something ticked you off. But you know what? The best way of dealing with stuff like that is sometimes not even engaging in that. It's not even worth it. It's not worth the wrinkle lines. It's not worth the stress. It's not worth your keeping you up at night, making your stomach hurt. When people get to acting a fool, either I want to walk away from the situation, but if you bring it there, I'm going to address the situation and move on. I don't spend my time with the woulda, shoulda, coulda. I don't deal with that. I don't apologize for me saying what I felt at the time was needed. I don't care if you walk away. Goodbye. I'm telling you bye-bye. I don't care. I'm not trying to keep you anywhere that you don't want to be. And I'm not trying to stay nowhere where I'm not wanted. I'm not going to be received or respected. I try to say received and respected and got all tangled. But that's me. That's Luciana. Good, bad, or indifferent, you're going to get me. All sides of me. You might get me where I'm like, people trying to feed me. I'm plumped up like you're trying to cook me for Thanksgiving dinner. Or I might be where, I'm just the toothpick. You try to get something out your teeth. Why did I say that? I have no idea. That's like your grandmother or your big mama or your grandpa your papa would say things. You'd be like, what in the world are you talking about? But it'll make you laugh. It'll make you laugh. Like my father used to say, it's like a bird in a felock of I don't know what the hell that is. I'm not trying to figure that out, because that didn't make no damn sense. I swear you was making it up just to make me laugh or to make some ridiculous point. But what I'm saying is, sayings are good. Words to live by. Affirmations. Don't you dare look at yourself in the mirror and think that you are less than the person that's looking back in the mirror at you. You are more than enough. You're good enough. Don't give in to the people that try to get you off your game. Stay on top of your game. Address things the way you need to, professionally and accordingly. And if you can't walk away, you're going to have to deal with the consequences of your action. So if you allow mouth, I'm about to fight and doing all that other stuff, then you want to deal with the consequences. You can't blame nobody for yourself. It's about taking responsibility. Take a responsibility. Work violence is never okay. Any type of violence is never okay. Against children, against women, against men, the elderly, pets, all that. It's not okay. If you can't control your anger, go to mother freaking therapy. Or go to the one that holds all power. Because you cannot continue to run through life like that. You can't. Look to what's good and not what's bad. Choose your destiny. Choose life. Don't choose, I can't say don't choose. You shouldn't choose adversity, anger. That can always be, adversity means, where you just, you're there. You know what adversity means. You can't always dwell there where everything is a problem. There's division, there's chaos. Yeah, there's going to be. But there are all things that you can do to control that and be happy or have joy, or better yet, have peace. That's what we're searching for. Peace of mind, peace in your spirit, peace in your mind. Just your whole existence is peace. I pray peace be bestowed upon you, that your days on this earth will be long and prosper, and that you tune in to the next episode of Conversation with Luciana. I appreciate you all. I appreciate you. Take care. I'm out. Peace.